This week, we discuss Rooster Teeth, fake Italian accents, bad television, annoying corporation ads, J.K. Rowling, and covers of songs and other genres. Also, Rolls make Sarah McLachlan upset by baking a cat. So, gather around the internet campfire, everyone, because it's episode 9 of Let's Regroup. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Regroup, the podcast where we get off topic, but we'll get there eventually. As always, I'm your host Casey, and with me today I have two guests. First off, we got Jess.
Oi.
And we have Rolls.
Hello.
No, Oklahoma, I don't want a call from you right now. I'm busy recording a podcast.
Yeah, shut up, Oklahoma, the entire state of.
They're always getting in my way. I don't understand it.
You know, the calls I've been getting lately, they try to disguise themselves as local numbers.
Uh-huh.
But it's all, would you like a loan offer, or, you know.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Like, bitch, I don't have one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, not to take away from anything or anything, but I'm in this Genesect raid right now. There's somebody in this raid called Freedom Club Ted.
Freedom Club Ted.
Love that. Shoutouts to you, Freedom Club Ted.
All right. You know, I still have on my computer here a list of gamer tags back when I played.
You still have that?
I still have that.
Oh my god, that's a throwback. Throwback Saturday.
Let me find that. It's just a list of gamer tags, specifically on Xbox, that I found while matchmaking for Halo Reach.
Mm-hmm.
So
oh boy.
Let me find that and give you some gems. Where is that? Of course, the one on the very top is OMG GG Pink Socks.
Love that guy.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. We got Princess Ketchup. Get out of my kitchen 92. We got Daddy Fat Sack.
Love Daddy Fat Sack. I just love the things that people.
Hey, that was me.
Taco Powered PhD. We also got you know.
Oh no, I flagged out of it.
In all caps, need beer money.
Yeah.
What? I love those. You got You Mom Go to College. What else is there? Left Ear of God. Okay. I plowed myself. All right.
Wait. Left Ear of God, is that like if the whole team squads up, they form Exodia, they just win the match?
Right Ear of God, Hairpiece of God. You know.
Yeah, the face of Exodia.
Actually, no, what? I did find my favorite one. That one's called M16 and Pregnant.
That's a good one.
That's enough of that.
Alright.
That's ridiculous.
Genesect is not shiny.
Ah, what a shame.
Maybe someday.
The worst ones, though, of gamer tags that I remember are the ones that are just like the little kid that's uninventive. So there's like,
oh, yeah.
Jeremy S. 842177765.
That's right. There you go.
Rock on, buddy.
Oh, I got it. Wasn't even paying attention. Anyway, that aside.
You get the ones where it's like soccer fan and then your birthday.
Yeah.
Birth year. Soccer
I mean,
fan 2006.
I mean, mine was given to me, what was I, like 22, by a friend of mine who called me what it is, and then it is my birth year. So Rolls Royce 89.
Which is actually great. I love that.
Yeah, I thought it was a good turn of phrase. Like, I don't mind the number as much because it's not even spelled the same, so it's just like, it kind of gives you a clue how to pronounce my name as well.
Yeah.
Even
That's
though
true.
everybody gets security, it's like an ongoing thing. I'm called Rouse there, and it's not Justin or Rolls, it's Rouse.
I actually had a college class back in the day where there was someone whose last name was Rolls, and the professor just could not handle how to pronounce that. She just did not get it.
Huh.
And not only did she not get it, whenever she was corrected, she didn't correct herself.
Gotta love it.
I mean, the only thing is like the German W in there.
Yeah.
That's the only stumper. Everything else is spelled phonetically. Or pronounced phonetically, I guess would be the way to say it.
The username that I use has been it's been in use for 10 years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, Captain McMuffin is a line from a very, what episode? I don't remember what episode it was, but it was an episode of Red vs. Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And I changed it a little bit because I didn't like how it sounded initially. But it's an episode where Caboose and Donut meet each other. And so Caboose just names the character Private Donut several different related names that have to do with pairing an army rank to some sort of pastry.
Private Donut? That's like Corporal Biscuit.
Goodbye, Commander McMuffin. I will always remember your flaky goodness. So that's where that came from.
You following this so far, Caboose?
I think
Let's
so.
see. Yeah, go ahead.
That guy Tex is really a robot, and you're his boyfriend. So that makes you a gay robot. Yeah. That's right.
I'm a gay robot.
Love it. I've heard that series is still very much that style of humor. Like, they haven't really changed that very much.
Well, the most up to date I was up to season 10.
Yeah, that's where I fell off too.
Lost interest, and it was everything with the first story arc was good. You know, the whole there is no red versus blue thing going on was cool. Especially the Blood Gulch Chronicles, the first 5 years. But it's just when they started to become that other storyline of Locust and the other guys, I don't like this as much. I don't know why. I just don't.
Right.
Or it's like that one video that we talked about a bunch of episodes ago. Where it was
we talked about it briefly on episode 5.
Yeah. Where you kind of just naturally fall off of interest or move on from something. You know?
Yeah, I'm thankfully I still am. I'm super into Funhouse, despite the changes they were forced to make.
I'm less so, to be honest with you.
Really?
It's not anything against the guys that are there. It's just I don't make it a point to watch nope, the show's premiering on Monday. Gotta watch it Monday when I'm off work, you know?
Yeah.
Like I did with Demo Disc.
Right.
I haven't heard anything about that. What kind of changes did they make?
Well, of the original people, the only ones that are left now are Adam and James.
Yeah.
I don't even think... Is Alana still there? I haven't seen her lately.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now they have Alana, who I think she said she worked for G4 for a while. And then, obviously, there's Elise, James's wife, and there's...
Well, they all did, in a way.
Yeah.
If you go back to the great... it was for Attack of the Show, which was the, inferior version of the screensavers from before.
Right.
When it was G4 Tech TV. But if you go back to their 1000th episode, it's Perry Grip from Nerf Herder, which is a great band.
Oh, wow. Chimpanzee riding on a Segway. Chimpanzee riding on a Segway.
They play The Girl at the Video Game Store with Olivia Munn as the lead, and Kevin Pereira's on drums. But playing the role of Ganondorf that abducted her is our very own little baby boy, James Willems.
Yeah.
And once you know it's James, you can tell, just because of his eyes, contrast so much against... Well, those blue eyes against, Ganondorf's outfit looks really fucking out of place.
He's got some incredibly blue eyes, too.
Yeah. I would tear you apart. Oh my god. He seems like the nicest human being on the planet, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, following him on Twitter and stuff, like, he's just giving out health advice and promoting fun and happiness. And Benson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't go wrong with Benson. As their dog.
Benson Burner.
Benson Burner. The B team of Funhouse right now, I really love. Especially good old Red State Ryan. Whose persona is that he is homeless.
That was a thing that went at Rooster Teeth for a while too.
Really?
I forget who it was. It was one of like the early production assistants that had a lot to do with like writing scripts and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know if I'm gonna come into work and I'm gonna find you asleep on the couch or not. 'Cause you have to get here before everybody else.
There was a recent Funhouse episode that came out where they're just like showing off their different setups, and it's written almost like it's almost showcased like it's a sketch because it goes back and forth between all of them, and every so often Ryan comes in, and it's just like this like one room apartment where it's just trash is everywhere, and he's showing it off like it's an episode of Cribs, where he's like, all right, over here, this is my sound studio, and it's just a Yeti on top of his dresser. And I look down in the comments, and he's like, and somebody is like, I never thought I'd say this, but Ryan actually Ryan has proven that he owns an apartment, and I still think he's homeless. It's great.
Yeah, it's good stuff, you know. You can't go wrong with that kind of comedy, in my opinion.
Oh, I'm all about it. I very much dig their comedy. Well, hey, while I have you guys on the horn, I got something for you.
Oh
Yeah, go
no.
ahead.
It's Unexperts. Hey guys, it's Unexperts. This is our podcast within a podcast, where we give terrible advice to terrible people.
All right.
So here's one that our good friend Riley posted. I'm going to read this whole thing because all of it is gold, and I want us to try and come up with good advice for this person, okay?
Okay.
My boyfriend of 2 years will not stop speaking in a fake Italian-American accent and keeps making up foreign words. My boyfriend loves movies, especially mob movies. He has all the Sopranos DVDs at his place, and I'm pretty sure he still watches them that way. That's fine. Obviously, you can watch and enjoy whatever you want. But last week he saw The Irishman with some friends, and since then he will not stop talking like a fake, stereotypical mobster. We were in an Uber the night after going out to dinner, and admittedly the driver was going a little fast, but my boyfriend kept muttering things like, "Who's this fucking guy, huh? Dale Earnhardt Jr. over here," and shouting, "Ho!" as we took corners. He would not shut up, and he would even gave the driver a 1-star review, saying it was about respect. Everyone has their quirks, I get it, and they can be what makes someone special. At first I even thought it was kind of cute, or funny, but I just can't really understand this shift all of a sudden. It's been a week, and he continues to make asides in this voice, and when he gets drunk he speaks in made-up Italian. Like we were having dessert at my sister's, and he came up to me and said, "Hey ma, I gotta get home and get in the Drippini." I'm the designated driver, so I asked him why he wants to leave and what is a Drippini. His response was, like a shower. Drippini is not a word in any language. He also never called me ma before, ever, and now he does it almost all the time. I feel crazy, like this is going to be a permanent feature of this personality. What do I do?
Well, I'm glad you asked me. I am a huge fan of classic mob movies.
Sure.
To the point where, like, some isms and sayings make its way into my normal conversations. A good example, like, well, it's my favorite movie, so there's a lot from them, but from Goodfellas, like, what's right is right, you know? I'll say that from time to time. It's just little things like that, but I'm never speaking in an accent that I don't possess. So, can't really identify with that part. But I think he's honestly doing it just to see how far he can push it on her, because why the fuck wouldn't you? Like, why wouldn't you if you're having fun? And you know it's making her mad, but she's like, I'm wondering if she's communicating that effectively. Or she says, I'm going to fucking leave you if you don't stop. And he'll just sit there and go, not a boat!
Like we say in Brooklyn, early to bed, early to catch the worm. Or is it the bagel?
You sounded like Bob Hoskins from the Super Mario Brothers there.
There you go.
Yeah.
65 million years ago, the dinosaurs died.
Yes!
But what if they didn't? Nobody is questioning that, Bob Hoskins.
It's not even his fault. He's such a good actor.
He is. Both of them are.
Yeah, John Leguizamo. Oh my god, that movie.
Only mildly related to this. I saw on Twitter, actually. I think actually it was Chugga Conroy who either tweeted it or retweeted it or something. That's how I saw it. He was talking about how on IMDb, if a YouTube video gets popular enough, they will like mark it as a movie. So you have the voice actor for Link in the Zelda CDI games that's marked as like performed at in Wand of Gamelon, and the king gets cheeseburgers.
I'm so
good.
hungry I could eat an Octorok.
Let me see if I can find the tweet, but I just think that's really funny.
That's
But I mean, you can't really pick a clip from that series as the best. But one of my favorites is I'm melting. Ah!
Good. That's so brutal.
Here's the tweet. Hold on. Let me drop this into the links.
Do you want to read it as well?
Hi.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay, links. So here we have the tweet from Chugga Conroy. He says, one of my favorite pieces of Zelda trivia I never see talked about is this picture from IMDb. Their system logs successful YouTube videos, and their system is movies. So Link's voice actor from CDI is listed as acting in a bunch of YouTube boobs.
Jeffrey Rath is an actor known for Link: Faces of Evil, Zelda: Wand of Gamelon, and King Wants Cheeseburgers, 2009.
Love that.
Beautiful. Here's what you should do with this guy who insists on speaking in made-up Italian American whatever vernacular. What you have to do is find yourself an even more obnoxious accent, and then you just go back and forth, because then it'll go from annoying to being hilarious. Like, you do a really bad Russian accent, and then we'll see who cracks first.
I was thinking of a real hoity-toity high English accent.
Oh, okay, there you go.
For her, like
Better
the
idea.
stuffy.
Instead of doing like the tough guy Italian accent, just go like bippity boppity Italian, like right back at them, you know? Like,
oh, dear.
He's like, you know what they say, bada bing, spaghetti.
Spaghetti. You know how that do.
What's weird? Just to inject a little just a smidgen of reality into this.
Sure.
Is of every European nation that people hail from, the Italian American population is the only one that you have to vehemently know that they're Italian.
Oh yeah.
Does that make sense? Like my older stepbrother is, on his mom's side, and it's like you guys can claim that you're Italian all you want, but you're a bunch of German too. Like, this is the area, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, okay, I guess you get something for that. But
That's the fun thing about Europe, is that everybody is mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you try to do, you're going to be a mutt.
I think, as far as the advice for that thing, my first thought is just like, you could make a sitcom out of this. Like, fucking, this guy thinks he's an Italian mobster, and everybody else around him hates him. Watch how they interact, and,
Hey, meatball parmesan is my favorite. Brooklyn-style pizza.
He eats at Olive Garden every night.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's authentic Italian.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time where I was listening to the radio and it had one of those like bumper promos for Big Bang Theory when it was on? And this was a commercial that was listing off several different CBS shows at once. So like, you only have 5 seconds to run a clip from your show in order to let people know what it's about. So it's like, it's like this is almost word for word. I'm giving you the word for word of the actual track that they played for this clip, but I'm paraphrasing the bumper. It was something like, Thursday on the Big Bang Theory, Leonard's in trouble again, and then it goes, yum, and there's a laugh track, and that's all it is. That's how you persuade people to make you watch that episode.
That show is awful.
It sucks.
I've gone on record multiple times saying it's smart jokes for stupid people.
I don't know how to verbalize this. My rage is just simmering. No, it's I don't want to say the word offensive and downplay that word.
Sure. Because
that's an important thing. But it really irks me that, like, we're going to make a whole fucking show about people acting nerdy, not for nerdy people. And it's going to be like, this is what they do. It's like, no, you're just like Googling stuff. And then we're like, well, we can write that into the show. We can do this. You know what I mean? And that's nothing against the actors because, you can only do what you can do with a script. But it's like, Jesus Christ. It borders on like offensive almost in a way where it's like, we're just going to portray this lifestyle, which isn't even a lifestyle because like how many people are called nerds now? It's like everyone's into fucking computers and games and shit. So it's like, it's not even a thing, but it's like back in my day, it wasn't when I was definitely in elementary. I'm a little older, but when I was in elementary school and stuff, not everybody played that shit. Not everybody was into. The internet was a brand new thing. Windows 98 classic. But it's like, okay, back then that show could have worked. But it's like now, like everybody knows what's going on and everybody's part of it, which is a great thing. We're better for it because we can stay connected like that. But it's like, Jesus Christ, you can't. That's why the laugh track has to be there because it's not funny by itself. It's not well written by itself,
You gotta have an indication as to when you're supposed to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't even to say that one of the actors in that show is, like, actually a scientist and has a doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy to me. Like, she's, like, one of the other nerds in the quote-unquote posse. But, like, in real life, she has a doctorate. It's crazy.
And she's, like, in the show, like, one of, like, the most, like, normal acting people. Like, not, like, the quote-unquote normal people. She's, like, the normal side of nerd or fucking whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I guess that's good for something, but, fucking people exist.
People do exist.
Shocking, I know.
Yeah, it's funny that it's like we're gonna portray all these things as like this culture or whatever, but it's like yeah, we all have our fandoms that we're a part of, or we all have our interests that we're into. But it's like, I go out into society and I'm a normal person that interacts with other people
Right.
on a daily basis.
Imagine
Like,
that.
I gotta go get groceries and do my laundry later today. And it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna have a hard time outside of the house with that. No, I'm just gonna do my business. It's stupid.
Even so, you had fucking like the entire country watching Game of Thrones and watching all the Marvel movies, the Marvel MCU. It's like all that stuff is like nerdy stuff, but it's what's the difference? And where do you draw the line?
What's interesting with that to me is like someone who's read comics is it's very funny to see like go to a movie and see like Civil War or to see well, especially Infinity War, where it's like, okay, no one else knew what Thanos was gonna do, but I knew what Thanos was gonna do. And like the audible shock from people when like heroes just up and start vanishing into thin air, was almost like hilarious in a way, where it was just like, "What's happening? What's going on?" I'm just like, "Ha ha!"
I saw this coming a mile away.
They did it. Like, yeah, Civil War was another where like, oh, well, they didn't really hide it in that. Like, all their posters were like Cap versus Iron Man. Right. Whose side are you gonna pick? I was like, that's very little part of the movie, actually. Great movie, but
that one was like what was it? All the Avengers versus the government.
Yeah.
The real enemy was the NSA.
Isn't it always?
Well, yeah. It's still hard for me to believe that the NSA didn't exist before 9/11. Like that's such a part of American culture these days that it's hard to believe it didn't exist once.
That's a horrible sentence to say. I hate that.
Yeah, it didn't make me feel much better to say it.
So 2001, I was like 11 or 12, depending on the moment of the year. And I've talked to a friend of mine who's the same age as me, and and this is when we were listening to like 90s music and like just how things felt different, which a part of that is nostalgia and flashback. But then another part of it is like, yeah, the world was a lot more like, society was more carefree, if that makes sense.
Sure. And
kind of did their own thing before like before that September 11th. Like things changed permanently.
Yep.
It's like everything was just more, I don't know even like really know how to describe it, but I feel it's probably going to happen with this whole mess that we're in now too. Once it's done, things are going to be different for kids moving forward, not necessarily like more, well, maybe for a good thing of like more online components to schooling or whatever, but like, I don't know. It's going to be hard, I guess, to walk back some of the power that were given to individual states, possibly, but I don't know.
It's still too early to say for that, but I get what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, there's more local and state power that's like never was really flaunted before, but now it's like, your state governor made this decision. This is the guy you have to hate.
Yeah.
It's like, do people even know who the governor was for their state before that shit? I seriously doubt it sometimes.
I know, I certainly didn't know the names of governors in other states, and now I do.
That's fair. I mean,
that didn't really affect you.
Don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that...
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, it's just something I wanted to bring up the other last week, I think, but I forgot to mention it. Because I was just in there last night. So speaking of which, these mandates and everything, Sheetz has put up a sign on their door.
Oh, yeah.
That I think I shared with you, Casey, but it's like, yo, just wear a mask. And it says, we get it. No one wants to do it, but your mask protects me and mine protects you. So for now, let's wear, and there's like a drawing of a guy wearing a mask. But it's like stores are now getting passive aggressive and telling people what they have to do.
Something's gotta work.
Next thing you know, Royal Farms is going to have a sign up there on the front doors that say, listen, Fine, don't wear a mask. Kill the planet. See how we care.
Yeah.
Also,
It's getting even worse.
I think Mandates would be a great name for like a gay dating app.
You're right. You are technically correct. The best
You know
kind
what?
of
I
correct.
am right, and you should say it. Make me feel better about myself. I
That's
got
really
clever humor.
That's really funny that it's so passive aggressive too.
Yeah, the fact that it's like, yo, just wear a mask. That's the bold. That's the bold print. That's the big print too. So it's just, and that I saw it on the sheets at Scotland Road is where I first saw it and took the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Near the 81 on ramp closest to my house. Now I've seen them in the one in Carlisle that I stop at, the Rittner Highway one.
Mm-hmm.
They're on those doors. Like a few days later, they're going to be on the next store's doors. Like they're all getting them shipped from Sheets HQ, I guess, and they're like, put these on your doors.
I love how it just like.
Go ahead.
I love how it just like sounds like a dad, just like clapping you on the shoulder and like taking you over to the corner and just like, buddy, listen, like I get it. You don't want to wear a mask, but like you gotta,
Yeah,
hey, champ. Right before we go outside and
they have a bunch of like they're the
pass the old pigskin around. Just wanted to let you know.
Wear a mask. It's okay.
They are the company that's printed like all sorts of stuff on their slogan. The slogans they put on their bag. I just remember one is like, "We get you in, we get you out. Not that we don't enjoy seeing you," or something. Something stupid like that. It's
Sheets advertising campaigns are a little goofy.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. I think like the sign kind of falls into that thing too. But like, let's be serious for a minute. We enjoy having fun like everybody else, but a very real problem that you need to worry about is vapor lock. That could be a little speech.
We here at Faceless Megacorp just want you to know that we're just as off kilter as you are.
Yeah, that's like every company changing their corporate logo to the rainbow flag or putting up Black Lives Matter. Like, yeah.
Because those things are okay.
Yeah.
Okay from an HR perspective, I should say.
Yeah, no, they're stupid if they don't like advertise it.
Right.
At this point for a public image, or it's like, if you really want to have the balls, that would have been the thing. Like before gay marriage was legalized, like put the flag up then. Yeah.
I like
though. It's disheartening knowing that it's just for public image.
Sure.
Like they're only doing it to appease people. Like they could easily be like, "Hey guys, it's Pride Month again. We're gonna donate $100,000 to various LGBTQ charities, just to show our support and know that we at fucking Faceless Corporation of heartless, soulless board members, we got your back." Or fucking whatever.
Yeah, but they don't do that sort of thing. They're like,
Yeah,
it's Pride Month.
No.
It's Pride Month, so buy our Smarty Juice. Like, okay. They did that same thing with when COVID was particularly scary.
Yeah.
They're like, we're all in this together. Like, are we?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware.
The best so far commercial that I've seen for that is well, there's two. The great one is like, I forget what company it is. I'll just say Volvo.
Oh yeah.
Like, we at Volvo know that you're anxious to get back to work. That's why we're offering 90 days of no interest APR with a certain down payment. And it's like they're like, if you lose your job, you can return it within 6 months. I was like, wow, okay, if I lose my job, I can still return my new car. All right.
You're really
Thank
just like
God.
Yeah, I love how this is just another one of the like, it's Columbus Day. We're gonna give you no money down. Like, nope, it's COVID season. We're gonna give you no money down. It's exactly the same.
Happy Honda days.
Oh God.
For the first 15 days of December. And then there's always like, a bunch of red cars drive. Like there's always a bunch of white or brown cars driving, and there's a red car behind him. It's Santa. Santa's in a Honda.
Freaking.
The other. Go ahead.
There's I don't know if this is anywhere else aside from this area, but there's a guy, a spokesperson for specifically for Central PA Honda dealers, where he doesn't know how to open his mouth. He's just like, he's speaking through clenched teeth. Like, it's that time again. It's Happy Honda Days, guys. Like, he's just ready to just beat someone up.
I just love, like, commercials like that are just fucking like, world's on fire. Might as well buy a Buick.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
The worst... I don't know if it's the worst one, if it tops that, but the other one that really I noticed, and I have been noticing, because it's a lot on YouTube, is it's talking about, like, so many businesses have started in times of trouble. And then in the background, a song starts, I reached down and touched the sky. Like, I don't know, it sounds like it's supposed to evoke, like, the Lady Gaga song from that movie that was, you know...
Oh, yeah.
Like, kind of like that style, and it's just like, we're all running against the wind right now. I was like, oh, okay, we're just going to drop a Bob Seger type song title on me now. So it's just like, it's a very, very, like, not even pro-Americanism, just very, like, we're independent hard workers, and we're going to make this business work, even though... Right now, and it's like a commercial for like GoDaddy or something, where it's like hosting a domain. So it really is doing this super machismo shit, and then it's just, you know, which I've seen in a few political ads too. But we can get into that.
Oh yeah.
Whenever, you know. There's one that it's like they interview a Pennsylvania coal miner.
Oh yeah.
Big guy with a beard.
One.
You seen this one?
Yeah.
And he's like, Pennsylvania's strong, Joe Biden's weak. And I'm like, yes! They're not even being subtle anymore. This election was never about subtlety.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, me good, thing bad.
There's a great one that, like, just after Harris was announced as the VP, rather, that came out too, where it was like, it was paid for by a Trump supporting corporation, but it was like Forgetful Joe or something, and like Clueless Kamala. It was just a weird thing.
Oh boy, what are we looking at the Daily Bugle? What's going on?
I like Sleepy Joe the best.
Sleepy Joe is really funny though. Like
personally, that's my favorite.
It's like that old guy trope where you just see like the guy in like the back of a row of seats, just like slowly falling over, and you go like, "Hey, Grandpa!"
Yeah. Well, I've had fun. Just like, again, I hate on both sides of politics, really. So I've had fun just getting friends to say, like, you know, we will address, you know, the fact that we're electing a man with dementia to presidency if as soon as Trump's out of office. It's like, okay, so you are just a party guy then. Like, just, you know, just to, like, the fact that you're saying that for this election is like, it just it's cool, but just be about it. Don't try to be like, I'm this political scholar and I'm choosing, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're just picking your team, the one that you like most, and that's fine. But like, don't try to be like this Rhodes scholar that's done research and, well, he's changed a lot since he said, you know, so and so, telling the story of Corn Pop at the fucking swimming pool. This man is like it's kind of scary just how like he does that old grandpa thing, which is like lovable in a way, and then at the same time it's just like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, I used to work at a pool, and there was a guy that came by, and it's just like, did this even happen, or are you just making this up, you know?
You know, the other day I was down by the old 99-cent store.
You can.
I don't know if you guys saw this. It just reminded me of it. I spent so long looking for this, and I just found it. Where after, like you said, after the Joe Biden announced Kamala Harris as his running mate or whatever, the Donald Trump campaign sent out like an email or whatever that says, I can link the tweet in a second, but it says, "Friend, Kamala Harris is the meanest, most horrible, most disrespectful, most liberal, in caps, most liberal of anyone in the U.S. Senate. And I cannot believe that Joe Biden would pick her as his running mate.
As if...
Everything we're fighting for is on the line right now."
As if being liberal is the most atrocious thing.
Mm-hmm. And somebody quote tweeted this saying, "This sounds like Regina George adding somebody to the burn book."
Oh my god!
Oh god!
I'm gonna let me throw the.
I'm ashamed. I know what that's from.
From Mean Girls. Mean Girls is great.
Lindsay Lohan, you really blow, man. You remember Andy Milonakis? Anyway.
You go, Glenn Coco.
That's so fetch.
Yeah, that movie was alright.
I actually really like that.
If you go back and watch it now, it's dated. Like, it's got some stuff that... But it was like, what, 2003, 2004?
It might even been earlier than that.
Something like
the
early 2000s.
I think that's around the time, yeah.
Mean Girls.
But, like, it's just, like, it's got so many, like, iconic one-liners in it.
Yes, I love it.
That was the first time we saw how big Amanda Seyfried's eyes are.
I haven't watched that movie in a long time, but I do remember really liking it.
Do you know who? So I was watching the Twilight series with riff tracks to make fun of it.
Yep.
That one girl that plays like Bella's friend, that was her. I didn't realize how many movies and stuff she's been in since.
Really?
So I guess that was her little launching pad. Yeah.
Yeah,
like, there's a show that keeps getting advertised to me for where like her husband gets a sex doll and like the sex doll comes alive when he's not there or something.
Oh my!
And she's competing with it, and I was like, "You gotta reconsider this guy." I think.
If you have to choose between one or the other, you're doing something wrong. Can I just say, when it comes to solely looking at the person, not the work, but the person, I love Stephanie Meyer 100% more than J.K. Rowling because she did the smart thing and let Twilight die.
Yeah.
She's like, alright, I'm done. See you guys later.
J.K. Rowling made the mistake of getting stupidly rich and was just like, I'm gonna fucking be rich about it.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I was just riding around in my private dirigible. Let me tell you about the time that everyone tried to spoil my book back in 2007.
I just want people to go by her and yell shit at her. Experience! For the rest of your life. That's what you gotta suffer.
Yep. Listen here, Joanne. Nobody cares about all of these small details.
Yeah, there's a lot that was released after, like, that really didn't need to be said, or no one was asking about, really. You know.
Did you guys know that Lupin is a cuck?
That's just reminding me of the fucking... Hold on, once again, I'm only referencing tweets, I guess, this episode.
That's okay.
But
That's fine.
Have you seen the guy that was like, here, I found the tweet. J.K. Rowling's going through some stuff, so she put me in charge of making dumb changes to the Harry Potter universe, effective immediately. Dementors are Latina. Hermione is now Hermione. Hagrid has fibromyalgia. Wands are called bang noodles. Hogwarts has a billiards table.
Oh.
Right, that's a good change.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
And then he got, I don't know if this is actually fake, but it looks convincing, where J.K. Rowling on her Twitter account DM'd the person and was like, delete that post immediately. It is a lie. I did no such thing. And he was like, sorry, I'm JK. And she's like, thank you. And then they're like, no, I mean, I'm you now. Why are you so mad about my books? Harry Potter is now Italian American.
Oh my god.
We're releasing book 8, Harry Potter and the Mystic Kettle of Knackledurk.
I always liked Adam Kovic's favorite, Harry Potter and the Jet.
Beautiful.
When they modded Harry Potter into GTA 5. Oh my god, that was wonderful.
That was incredible. Well, hey, I want to switch gears here for a moment.
Yeah.
After I let my puppy in. You guys keep talking for just a moment.
It's puppy. Puppy hour. Puppy o'clock. Puppy time. Pup o'clock.
I walked by. I don't know where my cat is, though. I couldn't find her. She's not under the chair.
Still in the bathtub?
No! I'm not sure. Either there or maybe on top of the kitchen cabinets. She likes to...
All right.
He's an interesting character.
I have an incredible thing to talk about today. And that is my new favorite thing is not just covers, but cross-genre covers.
Yes.
It's my new favorite thing.
Yes.
Now, we do have ones that you guys have probably seen. Like, Pop Goes Punk is a very popular
Love Pop
thing.
Goes Punk.
There's a band called Fame on Fire that does some incredible stuff with that. And then there's also Iron Horse that you guys probably have heard of.
Yeah.
Which is bluegrass covers of metal songs. However, nothing can prepare you for these two videos that I'm going to put in the links later. There's a guy named Alex Melton who primarily does punk rock covers of Post Malone.
My God.
Also has done the famous song "I Write Sins Not Tragedies." He rewrote it to be, well, not rewrote it, but covered it in a country version that is called "I Write Sins Not Tractors" by Panic at the Square Dance. And that video is incredible. Not just because it works somehow, but also because his inner thoughts are subtitled, and it's great.
I need this in my life.
He's like, okay, you can do this. You only know punk rock songs, and you're in a hillbilly bar. Let's see if this works. It's great.
Oh, go ahead.
There's one more.
Yeah.
And this is one I found about 2 hours ago. That is going to be stuck in my heart forever. And that is from the movie Mary Poppins, where they sing Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, except it's death metal.
I was so ready for you to say that, and I'm so happy that you did.
Oh my god. They lip-synced it perfectly, and it's amazing.
I need this.
It's so good. I highly encourage you guys to check this out in the links for those of you listening. After this episode, I'll link it so you guys can see it.
Link sound.
Roar.
I hate to be the ska guy all the time.
That's okay.
Please be the ska guy.
Ska does. I think the band. I'll share some videos, but I think the band is the Casualties. Right?
Casualties.
Was Bruce Green in that band?
No. But there's a few. I mean, they cover. There's some ones that are just cover bands.
Right.
But then there's like Streetlight Manifesto covering the Dead Milkmen song "Punk Rock Girl," which is like
yes.
they're like a comedy punk band, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like, oh wow, you've like added horns and made this really upbeat and quick, and it's wonderful. But my favorite in that genre, I love bands that cover other songs and change the style up. That's the number one thing to do.
Uh-huh.
As long as it, is musically sound and works. Real Big Fish's cover of Keiko and Me. They do a lot of other covers too, but that's... And what's cool about that video is the backup singer / trumpet player looks an awful lot like Markiplier.
Oh.
And the bass player looks an awful lot like Gus from Rooster Teeth.
What a combo.
So I'm like, okay then, this video was made just for me, apparently.
Fantastic.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff because it's what everyone does. You're sitting in your house, if you play music, you're playing something, it's like, oh, I wonder how this would sound this way.
I always think about not just covers, but also mashups in that way, where I hear a song that's almost like another one. My personal favorite being the original Pokemon theme song for the anime, mixes very well with What Is Love by Hathaway. I was never able to do it well myself, but there is a good one on YouTube somewhere, I think.
God, do you remember, like, a while back when we were, like, in the car somewhere and there was some song on the radio and we discovered that fucking The Fresh Prince, like, goes perfectly to it?
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
I
don't remember what song it was at all, but I do remember that happening. I wish I could remember, though, because I need that in my life.
Well, let's just look on the internet here for a moment and see what goes with it. Just see what we get.
There was one. I had while you're looking that up, I had a moment like that. It was my sister used to be huge when she was young into like the Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus thing.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And on her one CD, there's a song that the guitar opening sounds extremely similar to a band called Lustra that played the song Scotty Doesn't Know.
Okay.
If you're familiar with that at all. Like, to the point where, like, she had to, like, offer them some shit so that they didn't sue her.
Oh,
because
wow.
the guitar, like, it's like, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, like, it's just a standard opening, But it's like, wow, you copied that exactly. You vanilla iced it. You didn't even try.
No, it's not doon 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 doo doon doon. It's actually doon
Yeah.
doon 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 doon. It's totally different.
Yeah. He's an interesting character too.
So the only thing I'm seeing when I type in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air mashup is mixed with Smash Mouth.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. That's a thing.
I want to say it was like a fucking Bruno Mars song or something like that.
Maybe.
I can't even remember like what it sounds like in my head.
I highly recommend listening to I Write Sins Not Tractors because it's so good, and I don't even really care for country that much.
I don't care for emo that much.
See, I grew up on emo music, so
I still stand
alone. I don't care for your attitude too much.
That's fine.
I don't like your tone.
You know what though? I realized like all of high school. It's like, okay, we came again a few years before, so it was like what happened middle school. People were into like the pop punk things that was popular on the radio, alternative pop punk and whatnot. And then it's like, okay, so we segmented over and started listening to older punk and became like the stoner punk kids.
Right.
No, I wasn't a stoner kid then. And it's like, okay, that's one pathway. And then the other pathway was like, oh, these bands that are popular now, they're like took the style of punk and did like emo with it, and it's like, okay, so younger people, that's gonna be more their scene, and that's fine. But at the time, I didn't comprehend that, and I was like, why the fuck,
Right.
Not to say that like some Fall Out Boy and My Chemical Romances are bad songs or a bad band,
Mm-hmm.
but like it played itself out because then Scene Kids became a thing.
Oh, Scene
like,
Kids.
We're gonna be painted up and saying like have punk, not the emo hair coiffs and everything going on.
That one.
But we're not gonna be sad. This like the guys from Metro Station, which I'm unashamed to say I love that song, but it's like these are the happiest, horniest emos I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's like
He's
that.
literally good.
There's that viral video of all the Scene Kids like raving underneath the bridge.
Yeah. It's like they have nothing to be depressed about because that whole song, there's like a dance off that's going on at their concert apparently. It opened like that old movie The Warriors, and like all the gangs like taking trains to meet up in the city. But it's like all these kids are dancing, and then the guys are singing about like, I'll take you home if I can come inside. And we're on the bed, but your clothes are laying on the floor, and it's like, Jesus Christ. You're singing to the teenagers.
There's a song, I don't remember who it's by, but it's the lyrics are so like peppy and happy, and it's about like hardcore banging a chick.
Are you thinking of Third Eye Blind, Semi-Charmed Kind of Life?
No, but it is in that vein.
That song is so that song, what happens in that, it's everyone remembers the do do do.
Oh yeah, do. Yeah.
But he's like singing like, I took the hit that I was given, then I bumped again, and I bumped again, and I said, how do I get back to the place I fell asleep inside you?
Whoop.
Me saying it comes through a lot clearer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like he's talking about like doing heroin and having sex with a girl and being like, there's got to be more to life than this, right?
That's like it's like the Jay Giles band with Centerfold, like that.
Yeah. I love that song. Yeah.
That gets played over and over and over again, and it's about checking out some porn.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is girl that used to be in my school. Well, I guess I gotta go get the magazine now, huh?
Yep.
What the fuck? There's another one of my favorite bands probably, which is crazy to say, thinking of like putting them in that the Bloodhound Gang, which is all comedy music.
Yes,
but it's like freaking the lyric is so explicit, like it's not even trying, like, but it's some of the dirtiest shit.
It is though.
Love the kind you clean up with a mop and bucket. Like, wow. That is fucking filthy. But like in a cool way, you know, it's not like gross, but it's just like, oh my god. Like, what are these people doing?
I love Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo, where it's just nothing but analogies.
Yeah, like, and Bam drives a banana in the video.
Yep,
it's great.
Oh,
and a guy deep throats a banana.
Yeah, that last like 5 seconds in that video, just the
yeah. Fish don't fry in the kitchen.
Marinade the nether rod with the ham wallet.
I remember one of them was with the squish mitten.
No! Nothing about that is okay. Squish mitten. I'm not calling that this episode, by the way. I'm not doing it.
I think you have to, because you said it. You've spoken it into existence.
It's not happening.
It can literally just be squish mitten out of context. Don't need anything else.
Oh god, it's so terrible.
It's terrific.
What's that other one? There's another Bloodhound Gang song where I just remember the music video takes place in a club, but the entire club is just a public bathroom.
Yeah, that is what? Oh, that's Untis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course that one.
I realized,
and it goes something like this.
Well, while you guys were talking, I just realized I've done like 2 whole verses from the Bad Touch in my head.
Okay.
I love listening to stuff and memorizing lyrics, but it's like the fact that I could just riff that off without anything is concerning to me. Because he goes fast, he doesn't. Oh my god. I was trying to think of another line that's crazy from it, but clean up with a mop and bucket.
Which do you think is more vile? Bloodhound Gang or Cannibal Corpse?
I mean, Cannibal Corpse is just fun to me.
Cannibal Corpse, you know what you're getting into.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just like
you can't look at a song titled "Entrails Ripped from a Virgin's C Word."
Yeah. Or flicked with a knife.
Yeah.
High velocity impact splatter. One of my
Hold on, let me go get my one shirt. I can do a track list.
Oh, there you go.
Tomb of the Mutilated right now.
Somehow I knew you had that.
Oh yeah. Where's it hanging up? Oh god damn it! Is it in the thing? All right, well that's too much work. I'm sorry, that's too much work right now.
Like they're doing
Oh yeah, they're having fun.
Yep, they're doing it on purpose.
George Corpse Grinder Fisher is a hilarious guy.
When you have a name like that. Or, well, I mean his actual name is pretty boring, so you gotta spice it up with something like Corpse Grinder.
Okay, yeah. So for everyone that's not involved at all in like the metal community or any listeners that aren't into the music or whatever, you'd be surprised. A lot of the funniest people I know are like my friends that are metalheads and stuff. Like
totally.
And the guys who play, like one of my oldest friends, Nathan, he'll go from being Nathan, the just goofball kind of guy he is, to get on stage and then play in his band Skit Christ and sing about like murdering Jesus.
All right.
It's great.
Real fast. Whenever you said metalheads, this meme came to mind.
Why are you on the baking tray? I'm not going to cook you. I'm sorry.
Oh God, that's so dumb.
It's so dumb, and I love it.
It's a picture of Walter White passed out on the desert ground, and it says "Metalheads after I turned the ground into a giant magnet."
So good though.
Okay. There's one show I went to that my friend Mary Rose, who now lives in Baltimore, shout out, threw for her birthday party. We went to this. It was in Maryland. We went to this little like center that she'd rented out, where there was as much pizza as you wanted to eat. Number one, there was beer, but you were encouraged to bring your own.
Of course.
Number two, and like 4 or 5 bands were doing shows. There was one show. Oh, was it? It might be the one band my friend plays in now called Oregon Trail.
Yes.
I think it was them, but it could be wrong. There was a guy that had a mask on and a lab coat and run around with syringes that were full of flavored vodka.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he would literally grab you and like hold your neck. Like, people were moshing, we're all having fun, but it's like I'm literally getting like grabbed from behind and having alcohol like shoved into my mouth. It's like this is community like no other. This doesn't make sense. This is assault anywhere else.
You can't get this anywhere else.
They also had like not prosthetics, but like the plastic heads they use in like health class and stuff.
Yeah.
But they were all like done up and painted, and people would be like kicking body parts across the floor. It was a good time.
I'm
highly recommended. 10 out of 10.
I'm sure I'll need to be more specific, but what's that one heavy metal band where it's like all of them have costumes and they're aliens?
Gwar? No, you do not need to be more specific.
No,
I love Gwar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Gwar is the shit. I mean, this has been sad since Dave Brockie passed. So, hey, that brings it back, actually. Talking about song covers, I forget who did the original, but they did a great version years ago for all their friends in music who died. Mm-hmm. The song's called like "People Who Died" or whatever.
Right.
And the one guy, the new lead singer of it said he sings about Dave Brockie, the original singer who died. He's 50 years, passed away in a chair. It was much too soon. Like, but anyway, it's like odorous. We call your name now. All of Valhalla is in flames or something.
Oh wow!
This is a really fun tribute to
Mm-hmm.
like that's the way to do a cover song, to be like, hey, and then other people sing about like the guitarists was singing about like Dimebag Darrell from Pantera and shit.
Yeah.
All friends who passed away for stupid bullshit.
That was a really sad time too.
Everybody was putting fucking needles in their skin,
Yeah.
or being attacked by people who put needles in their skin.
Yeah, I'm more talking about that particular thing.
yeah, about that one.
Yeah.
And Courtney Love had Kurt Cobain killed, which I still believe. I would be a conspiracy nut till the end of time for that one.
Yeah. Well, we all know at least that old dirty bastard did it to himself. Or as I prefer his other moniker, Dirt McGirt.
Dirt McGirt.
I only brought him up specifically so I could say Dirt McGirt.
Well, don't disrespect the Wu-Tang, because I will come at you.
I'm familiar with Wu-Tang.
Oh, are
I
you?
love the Wu-Tang.
Did you know Did you know they ain't nothing to fuck with?
Yes.
Okay, well, as long as you're aware
That's all
of
you
that.
need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I mean, if you want something interesting to watch on Hulu,
Mm-hmm.
it was co-produced by RZA too, so it's like the true story. And I think they had Method Man and maybe somebody else who I'm forgetting as like consulting producers, but they're telling the story of the formation of the group.
Right.
And the guys they had playing the act, like, first off, the acting on it is insane, but the people they have cast for each role is great. Like, the guy doing ODB is so fucking on point, being like, this guy, he really doesn't know where he is half the time, I think.
Right.
like you're so out of your gourd. like if
Love that phrase.
if RZA wasn't around, like, what would have happened to this man? He would be a homeless man yelling in the street. Like, that's what's cool about ODB, though,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Singing songs about people better get me my money.
I just love the how different old dirty bastard was from everybody else. Like, when they got famous, they like had their own like mansions or like really like upscale different types of rooms, and he's just sleeping on a couch still.
Yeah.
Roots.
You want to hear an interesting mashup that he was in?
Okay.
We'll share it to the links. Him and Busta Rhymes did a remix of Busta's song "Got You All in Check," and oh my god, like these two super unique styles, and they're like they somehow play off each other perfectly, and it's like you don't even know what the fuck is going on half the time. But I'll share it. It's awesome.
All right, I'm into it.
You're just gonna sleep on the oven tray, huh?
Yep. Yes, I am. You can't tell me what to do.
I mean, I can, but will you listen?
Listen, Rolls, I can sleep wherever I want, and if it means the oven tray, well, goddamn it, I'm going to.
You're grown. You make your own decisions.
That's true. I guess in cat years, like, once you're over 1, you are kind of grown, huh?
Something like that.
2. Yeah. I'm okay. Here, you want to mess around?
Okay.
Bake. Temperature 400 degrees. I didn't really do it, Internet. I just wanted to get the beeping of the oven in the background for the joke, okay?
Something about like the half second of silence after bake. Just like the realization. Like,
oh no! What's he doing? I'm gonna get the ASPCA at my door.
Sarah McLachlan's gonna be knocking on your door today.
You're just gonna wake me up. This will be outside here. Yeah, the arms of an angel. It's gonna be like
And
Waco, but they're gonna play
all
that to get me
over the
outside a
world
chair.
There you
are
go.
suffering in shelters without your help. For $5, I will come directly to your house and liberate your pets.
And sing softly while I'm doing it.
Viva la revolucion.
No, you gotta understand. There's nowhere would rather be right now than relaxing in this house, because it's gotten to the point where when I first got her, she like kind of spent time outside too at her old house, but like now she like looks at the door and like she doesn't even try to run out it. She's like, well, the air's in here, so I'm gonna stay in here.
Way more comfy in here. I'm gonna find the most obscure place I can to lay down.
Yeah.
How about behind the washing machine?
Oh, I wish I had a washing machine.
Oh, worm?
Ooh.
I gotta go. You know what? I realized. So I do my laundry like every 2 weeks, right? Pretty regularly at the one laundromat. I get out $10 to do it. So break that down over a year. 56 weeks in a year?
52.
52. No, well, the math works anyway. Divide that by 2, that's 26, right? So 26 times 10, I'm taking $260 a year to wash my clothes. And that just kind of blew my mind to figure out on the drive home last night.
I mean, it's not a whole lot.
It's not a lot, but it's more than you would think, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, that's true.
But then it's like, oh, well, if I had a water bill every month and a washing machine, that would be probably equate to even more. So it's like, give me convenience or give me death.
You also don't really have to like put in your own maintenance for the public washing machines, but also you got to deal with other people using them.
I would rather. I just take my headset with me usually, or my little butt-in headphones, and sit in the one chair in the corner and don't talk to people unless they're people I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the trip is always interesting. There's so many characters you're gonna meet at the local laundromat.
I'm sure.
And the more obscure time it is in the day, the crazier they are.
Clowns gotta wash their costumes eventually.
I've sat with in my little corner watching people that I'm absolutely sure were inbred. Like, there's no way. Like, just the people that are like so country looking that you can't, like, there's no way. There's no way this guy didn't sleep with his sister. Like, there's no way. You're not a product of some horrible family trauma.
Alright, well, I think it's about time we ended off this episode. Much fun as we're having. Bar.
I kind of want to just listen to this for a while.
The sweet sounds of this cat.
The sweet sounds of brow.
Bar. He also only does that sound when he's pooping. Anyway, this has been... My cat,
like, when she's using the litter box, will absolutely, not make eye contact, and if you do, she will look toward the wall so that you can't. Like, I'm like, okay, I realize this is an embarrassing moment for you, and I'm curious of your feelings.
Oh, man. Alright, well, this has been the Let's Group podcast.
Let's get there eventually, podcast.
We'll get there eventually, especially with me saying that title. I've been your host, Casey, and also for Rolls and Jess, you're welcome, Internet.
You're welcome,
Squish
Internet.
mitten.
Oh.